Joining us now on set is Cheryl, and she is known as the Queen of Green. Welcome. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
Good. Thank you for helping me do my very first TikTok. And it might be my only TikTok, Cheryl. There's something about that technology that I find I want to do it, but it's not so easy. But you make it look easy.
Thank you.
Tell us how your TikTok journey started.
So it started like very many other content creators over the pandemic, had a lot of time on our hands, couldn't go anywhere. So we were on the internet just watching social media. And I decided I could do this. And it just took me a little bit to try to figure out what niche I wanted to focus and kind of zone in on. And it just grew organically from there.
Now, you've always been a very organized person because you are heading up a whole entire educational type of system, right? Mm-hmm. That's your day gig.
Yep.
Okay. So dotting your I's, crossing your T's, all of that matters. But then you applied that same knowledge to TikTok. And then what did you launch? What is your brand on TikTok?
So my brand is the Queen of Green, which is trademarked to me as well. And I've taught people I teach people, I should say, how to create a budget easily so that they can regain control of their money and they can be intentional with their spending. I always tell people budgeting isn't about being restrictive, it's about being intentional and making sure that you are making conscious decisions in what you want to spend and how you're going to spend it. Don't be impulsive, be intentional.
It's kind of like dieting, because now people don't say they're on a diet. They say, oh, I'm choosing to live healthier, right? Or I've got a healthier lifestyle, or I'm putting these practices to work. You could do the same thing with your budget.
And that's a great example.
Doesn't have to mean like I'm on austerity, I can't spend any money on anything fun.
Right.
It's a matter of organizing it.
And I use that example often because it's just like anything else you want to learn, a sport, an instrument, going on a diet. It doesn't just happen overnight just because it's written on paper. You have to be intentional in wanting to do it and being successful. And I've created a 6-step approach, partnered with my files that I make available to everybody. And then I go live and I do the teaching. So I've partnered my degree in finance and my degree in education to be a financial educator.
Voila. What are those 6 steps for budgeting?
So the first step is budget preparation. Okay. Then it's a monthly budget. Then it's a paycheck budget. Then it's the surplus log. Then it's your surplus. And then it is your sinking funds. And then it is your debt, how you're going to approach your debt.
Okay.
So it's all about finding out how much money you have left over after you've paid your bills, and then making sure you carry it through. A lot of people will just subtract their expenses from their income, know that they have X amount, but then when you ask them, do you have that at the end of the month? They don't.
Cheryl, I'm so terrible. I don't even balance my checkbook. But I will tell you now, I have my bank app on my phone so that I do kind of check my balance. I used to be like, okay, I kind of know within some range how much I have left in the bank. I try not to bounce any checks. Knock on wood, I haven't. However, it would be much more fiscally sound if I actually, I don't even know how I do it. It's because I have wonderful people surrounding me, right?
I want you to look at it as a privilege. That's what I tell people.
Okay, it's a privilege?
Yes, you have job stability. So when you have job stability, like most middle-class Americans that are 80% of them are in debt, it's because they have job stability.
Okay.
Because they know that they can run their bank account down to 100 because on Friday there's going to be another X amount that's getting dumped in. So you can play that, paycheck to paycheck cycle because you know that you have money coming in.
Lovely.
Yes.
Although at 57, I don't know, I'll be working till I'm like 99. What have you seen from the response of your friends that have been on TikTok? Have they given you feedback back to say, Cheryl, thank you so much. I was able to get the car that I wanted, or so forth and so on?
So it's funny, when I first started, I really didn't connect any of my contacts. So that's kind of happened organically too. Like all of a sudden the students will find me, my friends will find me, my family have found me. I really wanted to just come on the scene kind of just fresh and new. And it's very rewarding to have the positive feedback constantly. People emailing me months later saying, I'm out of debt. Thank you so much. You've created this budget. I'm referring my daughter. I'm paying for her to have her budget done by you so that you could do the same for her. I've had a lot of positive, rewarding feedback, and that's what makes it so great. And I think also coming off the coattails of COVID, a lot of people struggle financially. So it kind of is in a time of need where I'm making it simplistic and easy for people to create those financial goals and achieve them.
And a little bit of peace of mind, because if you're able to see it and you can see the strategy, then it makes you feel like you're not hopeless, right? Like once you have a plan and you just work the plan, eventually time is gonna, win in your favor. You
Yes.
just keep going one day at a time. What is one of the funniest TikToks that you've done over the series that you feel like, oh my
Any
gosh.
of the dancing ones.
Really?
Yeah, I can't dance. So I try to avoid those, but sometimes I throw them in just for laughs.
Lovely. And how can they find you on TikTok?
Debt-free living NY.
Debt-free living NY.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, I just find so much joy in you. I really do. Okay, stay tuned for more. We've been living it up right here with Cheryl. And from my budget to your budget, let it all be green.